Hello world. So today is March 14th and you know I have been working hard. I know y'all all have been waiting for my next video, waiting for me to speak finally, and I've been trying to answer that question as to why. Why has everybody been asking me why me, because I feel like that's essentially what it all boiled down to. Everybody in my life wanted to know if I knew my purpose. And for a long time, I couldn't understand why people questioned whether or not I knew my purpose. Like I knew that my purpose in life was to be the best version of myself. It was that simple for me. It was always that simple for me. But every space that I went into, people seemed to question my motives for being in them spaces. People seemed to question my ability, my knowledge, my behavior, my everything in those spaces. And when I questioned their reasoning, they gave me advice. They all gave me advice as to what I should read or what I should look into or what I should fix or what I should alter about myself to make myself a better version of what they all thought that they saw. And it was interesting to me because people always told me that they believed in me, but they didn't believe when I told them that the things that they were telling me for me were not for me. None of them believed me. And I wondered why. And people always told me that they believed me, but they just were searching for something more, I guess. I don't know what they were searching for. And I didn't know what anybody was seeing. Everyone saw the poem that I did, what do you see when you look at me? And I was really trying to answer that question because I knew that depending on what I wore, depending on how I looked, depending on how I acted, depending on how I presented myself, it determined how people viewed me, and it determined how people looked at me, and it determined whether or not people respected me as not only me as Tavon Pierce, but me as a human being. I realized that there are so many people walking around this earth and none of them believe that the people they are seeing are true. Or maybe none of them believe that when they see a black person, that they are true. I struggled so long with this question of what is blackness and what does that mean to other people, and when they view me, what are they seeing? Because I never received anything anyone has ever said to me about me. I never did. I never felt like I was doing anything wrong. I always felt like I was doing what was right for me, and I was doing what was right for my family. But people always question that. People always question whether or not I knew what was right for me because they didn't see. And I studied trying to figure out why people weren't taking my words for my words. I was trying to figure out why people couldn't believe that I knew who I was and that I knew I was destined for greatness, and that I knew that if you believed your world was ending, I knew mine wasn't ending. I knew mine wasn't ending each and every day. And every time somebody shared with me their sadness or their depression or their angst about life, I always tried to give them hope. I always tried to give them love, and I always tried to show them that there's always a way. There's always, as long as you keep faith, better days are coming. better days are coming, better days are coming, better days are coming. I've always believed that. I've always believed that. And I've always told people that. And people question why I believe that. And, you know, I told them my truth. I told them my story. I told them where I've been. I told them where I know I want to be. And I told them what I'm doing to get there. And everyone still denied that I was on the right path, the path that God gave me. Everyone denied me the fact that God was telling me directly that what my purpose was. And I always wondered why. But I didn't. I denied all of. I denied. I denied all of the things that people said it was because I knew they weren't true. Yeah, I said it was because we was black. I didn't understand what that meant, so I knew that didn't have anything to do with my experience. Yeah, I said it was because we were poor, and I never felt poor in my life, you know. So I study that as well. I'll try to figure out what does that mean? What is being poor, you know? And then I saw that it's because of systems in place that have created, you know, like poor communities. You know, then like people talked about happiness, you know, people talked about like wanting and seeking something, you know, and they made me feel like I needed to seek something. They made me feel like I needed to seek something every day of my life. When I told people I was raised by a single black mother, people asked me where my father was. First question. When I took my shirt off, people pointed out the fact that I had an innie in my belly button. When I did anything in life, people questioned why I was doing it. When I sat and I read my books while all the other kids were playing, people questioned it. Not only did they question it, they tried to take my books away from me. They tried to tell me to stop reading. They tried to tell me that I was somehow not black now that I was comfortable in my own skin. Because I was comfortable in my own skin. Because I was comfortable enough to tell people no. Because I was comfortable enough to look people in their face and tell them that I wasn't what they told me that I was. Because I always told people that I knew where I was going. And people always questioned it. Always questioned it. Always questioned it. Always questioned it. Why did I know? Why did I know? Why did I know? And when I told you God, you questioned God. Why did I know? Why did I know? Why did I know? And when I told you faith, you questioned mine. Why did I know? Why did I know? Why did I know? And when I told you my mother, you asked me where my father was. Why did I know? Why did I know? Why did I know? When I told you because I felt good where I was at, you told me I needed to go somewhere else to see something more. You told me I needed to go somewhere else to see something greater. You told me that I wasn't seeing something where I was. But I always saw it. I always saw it. I think that people have this idea in their heads that black people don't know what discipline is. I think that people have this idea in their heads that black people don't know what love is. I think people have this idea in their heads that black people don't have the spirit of God. And I feel so betrayed by that. I feel so betrayed by that simply because I trusted everybody I've ever spoken to in my life. I have trusted everyone I have spoken to in my life at their word. And I wondered why nobody could take me for mine. And I said I was black, and people said that they wasn't. So I thought that my faith came from my blackness. But then I saw that other people had other ideas of blackness. So then I looked at those too. You know, people told me I didn't know what love was. People told me I didn't understand what unconditional love was. People told me I didn't understand. And then so I researched that too. And I looked and I looked and I looked and I studied and I studied. And I looked at the different forms of love. I looked at the different ways you can express love. And I looked at the different things that cause the feelings of love. I looked at it all. People told me I didn't have discipline because they wanted to call me lazy. And so I studied that too. I studied discipline. I tried to figure out what discipline was, because clearly I didn't have it. Even though I've been studying all my life, I'm searching all my life. I have been disciplined in the seeking of knowledge, because I know that in seeking knowledge that I will find self. I knew that. Why did I know that? Because everyone around me told me that. Not everyone around me alone, but all of the music told me that. Not only did the music tell me that, but all of the shows told me that. Not only did the shows tell me that, but the movies told me that. The movies, everything, the cartoons that I watched, everything, I was surrounded by the people that I saw, the care that they showed each other, the spirit of giving that I was always surrounded by, the fact that I always saw people opening their doors to people who didn't have doors to go into. I always saw mothers, black mothers, feeding children who were outside and who clearly didn't have anybody watching them, anybody worried about them, anybody wondering whether or not they had a coat or whether or not they had a warm meal. Anybody, nobody. The black mothers knew. That's why the black mothers told those children to come at her house. The black mothers knew. The black mothers knew. That's why they gave them children a place to lay them heads. The black mothers knew. The black mothers knew. The black mothers knew. You see, I think that y'all have a misunderstanding or a misidea of what the black mother in America truly looks like and truly is. Because it seems like nobody is really, it's like nobody is speaking the words of the black mother. Everyone seems to be speaking their own words based on what they feel like they have observed. And no one seems to have really truly experienced the black experience in America. At least none of the academics, at least none of the papers, at least none of none of the things, the writings that I have studied, where I was looking for myself and I could not find, I could not search, and I was wondering, where am I gonna find where I need to be, because I clearly don't see it. You know, I heard this word community all of my life, and I wondered, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? You know, I feel like I have it, right? But then every time I go outside of my community, people tell me I don't. And so I study that too. And I study community, and I study culture, and I studied nation states, and I studied how the world grew from the ancient civilizations. I studied trying to see if what people were telling me about me really was true, because although I told them who I was, people kept trying to tell me that I didn't. I've had people ask me questions, and then when I answer them clearly, they ask me multiple other questions just to see if I understood what I just said. As if I didn't have control over my body, as if they are looking at me like I'm some type of robot. As if I don't know the words that I want to say, as if I don't know the words that I want to express, as if I am not paying attention to people and their behavior. as if I don't understand human nature, as if I don't understand people and being, and as if I don't know love, as if I don't know care, as if I don't know truth, as if I don't know how to treat people, as if I am an issue. Everyone, everyone that I have ever spoken to has made me feel this way. And that hurts my heart because I've never seen nothing but the greatest in everyone I've ever spoken to. I've never saw anything but love in everyone I've ever spoken to. I've never wanted anything from the people I've spoken to but their presence. But I wanted them to feel the care and the love that I felt at home. Because when I left home, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel love when I left home. I did not feel love when I went to work. I did not feel love when I went to school. I didn't feel love when I was hanging out with what I was supposed to call family. I didn't feel love from anybody because everybody thought that they knew what was best for me. Everybody thought that they knew better for me than me. Why? I realized it's because they didn't believe in my mother. They didn't believe in my mother. They didn't believe in my mother's ability to raise me. No one believed in my mother's ability to raise me. And so all my life, I have been talking to people in their face and telling them who I was and wondering why they haven't heard me. And it is because the first thing I have ever told anybody was I was raised by a single black mother. That is why. That is why. That is why. That is why y'all look at me in the way that y'all do. That is why y'all judge me and y'all called me lazy. That is why when I called out of work, you felt like you could judge me because you thought that I somehow didn't understand something about life. Every time I was late for work, or late for school, or late for class, and you looked at me as if I was somehow doing something wrong, even though I showed up with all of my work. And when I told you it was because I was up worried, when I told you it was because I was up cleaning, or when I told you it was because I was up working or reading or wondering how I was going to help my mother, everyone told me I had the wrong focus. I had the wrong idea. Everybody tells me that you can't save everybody. No one believes y'all can save the world. No one believes it. No one believes it. No one believes it. And my mission in life was always to save my mother. My mission in life was always to tell my mother that she did everything right. My mission in life was to show her that I knew who I was and that she didn't have to push me out of the house. And I wanted to try to explain to her that I was good where I was at. And that I was comfortable being me. And that I was comfortable as who I was. But she heard everything y'all said to me. She heard when y'all called me a mama's boy. She heard when y'all called me a faggot because I was comfortable in my skin and moving my hips. She heard when y'all judged me for being me. She heard when all of y'all did it. She heard when I tried to tell y'all what I was reading and y'all told me that I was speaking like a white boy. She heard it all, she heard it all, she heard it all, she heard it all. I wondered why people were calling me mangina in the middle school, and I wondered why they thought it was funny, and they wondered why I didn't laugh along. It's because I never felt like it was an attack. I never felt like it was something wrong. I never felt like there was an issue with me being so comfortable. But also didn't realize that people saw my comfortability in my skin as some type of weakness. I didn't realize people saw comfortability in black skin as the inability to want better for themselves. It seems, I don't know. I don't know what people be thinking. I don't know what be going through people's head, but I know it don't be the words that I be speaking to them. I know it don't be the words that I be speaking to them. I know it don't be the words that I be speaking to them. It don't. It don't, because even I've had a best friend since high school. I have had a best friend since high school, and I have explained to her, I have told her that God is telling me, God is guiding me, God is guiding each and every one of my steps. And she still never believed me. I spent years going to church with what I thought were, with what I was told were believers. What I was told were people who knew God. What I was told were people who knew faith. What I was told were people who knew truth. And I saw that they didn't. I saw that they didn't because I watched them watch me as I danced. And I wondered why. I wondered why they couldn't feel the Spirit of God in the way that I did. I wondered why they couldn't dance in the way that I did. I wondered why they couldn't hear the word in the way that I did. And I realized it's because they wasn't listening. I realized it's because they wasn't listening. I realized that black people for some reason, black people, we go outside of our house and we feel uncomfortable being us. We feel like we cannot be comfortable in our own skin. We feel like we cannot move in the way that we want to move. And that's why we go to church. That's why we go to church, so that we can release. So that we can release all the built up pressure that is in our bodies from all of the issues and all of the worries and all of the fighting, all of the battles that we have to do each and every day with not only ourselves, with not only providing for our families, but with the words that people try to tell us when we are trying our best each and every day. People don't understand the black experience. People don't understand the black experience in America. And that is why y'all keep arguing on our TVs. That is why y'all keep judging us for our behavior. That is why y'all keep looking at us like we are scum of the earth. That is because none of y'all actually grew up here. I don't believe I've ever seen anybody talking about the black American experience that genuinely knew, that genuinely was raised here, that genuinely grew up on the streets. The only people that talk about it are the people that are not doing the work. The only people that talk about it are the people that are not doing the work, are the people that are not fixing their homes, are the people that are not happy with who they are. Those are the only people. 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 And so I had to realize what my purpose was in order to give y'all my next video. I had to I didn't have to realize, but I had to fully understand what I needed to prove to people. I had to fully understand what people were looking for. I had to fully understand what people were asking for from me. Because I knew they knew who I was, because they told me they did. Yet they didn't believe when I told them I believed in me. And it's because they didn't believe that my mother, my single black teenage mother, could instill in me what they consider to be discipline. They didn't know that my single black teenage mother could instill in me what they consider to be love. They didn't know that my single black teenage mother could instill in me faith in myself and faith in my people. They didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know the work that my mother was doing because they was so busy judging her for taking care of me. Too busy judging her for having me. Yeah, I was too busy judging her for having me instead of seeing that this was a baby that needed help raising a baby. And none of y'all saw it. None of y'all saw it. None of y'all saw it because y'all all offered her advice as if she didn't know what she was doing in her life. So you ignored when she asked you what she wanted specifically. You ignored when she asked you what she needed specifically. And then you told her what you thought what was best for her. And so she had to leave you, someone that she thought she loved, someone that she thought she could trust, someone that she thought cared about her enough to help her, and go somewhere else to find somebody else to help her. Because the people she thought that loved her didn't. Because y'all was so busy judging this young black teenage mother like if she wasn't still a child. How dare you? How dare you? How dare all of you? How dare all of you continue to talk about black women who have these children as if they are the problem? How dare you all? How dare you all? How dare you all? How dare you all? And I have sat back, and I have watched for 25 years. I have watched everybody. Not only dog my mother, not only dog me, not only dog my people, but y'all dogged the truth about who we were. Y'all dogged it to the point where y'all don't even know who black people are in America. Because y'all all swear y'all have an understanding of who we are. Y'all all swear y'all do. Y'all all swear y'all do. And all y'all trying to do is control our behavior. And y'all wonder why we mad. Y'all wonder why we lash out. Y'all wonder why you see this facial expression that I have on my face. You think this facial expression that I have on my face is somehow an attack. And I'm genuinely confused as to why you, somebody that I know I love, why are you, somebody that I know I care about, looking at me like if I haven't told you already that I loved you? Like if I haven't told you already that I cared about you. Like if I haven't told you already that I believed in you. And yet you keep doubting my words because you cannot believe in me. And I always wondered why. And I always asked why. And people told me it wasn't because of the reasons that I said. And I always knew. And so I studied and I learned and I listened and I watched and I observed. And now I am ready to tell my truth. And this is why. And I hope y'all all ready to heal. Because black people, it's time. Black people, it's time to stop hurting each other. It's time to stop hurting each other because these people are looking at us like we're crazy. These people outside of our houses, our homes, they are looking at us like we're crazy. Everybody is looking at us like we're crazy, and I need y'all to wake up. So in order for me to do that, I have to explain to y'all how my mother raised me. I have to explain to people how my mother raised me, because in order for y'all to understand that black people are okay, y'all need to understand that my mother did exactly what she needed to do to raise me. Y'all need to understand what the black woman's version of discipline is. Y'all need to understand what the black woman's version of love is. Y'all need to understand what the black woman's connection to this land is. Y'all need to understand that she is the only one who cares about these babies crying in these streets because y'all all are too busy arguing with each other to see them dying. Because none of y'all will take responsibility for your own actions, for your own words, for the things that you have done, for the things that you need to fix, for the things that you need to change so that this whole world can be better. So that this whole world can be better. So that this whole world can be better. This whole world needs to be better. In order for this whole world needs to be better, Black people, we need to be comfortable speaking our truth in the streets. We need to be comfortable telling people that when I look at you with confusion and you react with a visceral response that I am now even more confused about, because I'm really trying to understand why you responded to me the way that you are. And I'm confused because I just told you the truth. I just told you real. I just gave you what was on my heart. You asked me a question and I answered it. And now you looking at me like I am a problem, like I am wrong, or like I am the enemy. How dare you? How dare all of you? How dare all of you to try to take away my love? How dare all of you to try to take away my joy? And how dare all of you to try to take away my faith in myself and in my God? How dare all of you? Because all of you have had a part in trying to do it. All of you, all of you, all of you. All of you, all of you, all of you. And I believed in all of you. I believed in all of you. I believed in my teachers. I believed in my peers. I believed in my family. I believed in everybody who ever tried to give me advice. And I wondered why they felt like they needed to. And now I see it's because y'all really didn't think that my mother had the ability to do what you seen her do each and every day. Y'all didn't believe she had the ability to raise me knowing who I was. Y'all didn't think she had the ability to raise me being comfortable in my own skin and doing what I wanted to do and not wanting to fit into everything around me and everything outside of myself, because I didn't need to fit into anything outside of myself because I knew what was within me. I knew already what was within me. And I knew I was just working towards a bigger goal. I knew I was just working towards a bigger purpose. I knew I was working towards something. And I just didn't want to believe what I was working towards was proven to the world. That I didn't have to give up. That I didn't have to give up my love for my mother to do it. And yet y'all all tried to convince me that that was the key. Y'all tried to make me believe that I had to somehow get out of what y'all considered the hood. Y'all tried to make me believe that I could not be successful exactly where I was at. Y'all tried to make me believe that I had to cut my fingernails to make y'all happy. Y'all tried to make me believe that because my hair was a little scruffy, that there was some issue with me. That there was some issue with my presentation. That there was some issue with the way that I spoke or the way that I carried myself. When you heard every word that I spoke and you knew I was true. You knew I told you the truth. Every one of you knew I told you the truth. Not only about who I am, but about how I felt about you. And everybody looked at me like I was an enemy. Everybody looked at me like I was an enemy, as if there was something within me that they wanted me to get rid of. And I could not believe that it was my mother. I didn't wanna believe that it was my mother. I didn't want to believe, because why? I don't understand why that makes sense to y'all. I don't understand why that makes sense to y'all. I don't understand why it's okay for y'all to leave y'all mothers, and then y'all wonder why there's no men in these streets. Yeah, I wonder why people look like they don't have no guidance. It is not because the mothers are not raising us. It is because y'all not listening to them. It is because y'all hearing every word that they speak. And because this world has boggled our minds, we don't see. And so we see love for pain, and we see pain for pleasure. And everything just seems so mixed up to us because the world has conditioned us in this 1984 double speak. The world has conditioned us to say things that we really don't mean, while everybody else around us have gone on saying what they truly feel. And so they all are looking at us like we're hiding something. They're looking at us like we feel like we are dirty. They're looking at us like we feel like we have some type of sickness. They're looking at us like, what is wrong with us? Because we're not telling them to their faces that they are the ones that's wrong. Because we are giving these people our love. We are allowing these people into our homes. These people are existing within our communities, the Black communities. And they are not telling us who they truly are. See, because Black people in America, I have never had to ask somebody where they was from. I have never had to ask somebody what they got on or what they are wearing. I have never had to ask somebody to make sure they present themselves a certain type of way to come spend time with me. Never. I have never. When I call people so I can hear their voice. When I call people because I want to know that they are okay. When I call people because their names are on my mind, and I want to check on them and see what's wrong. If there's anything wrong, if there's anything I can do. And if there's not anything I can do, I just want to hear about your day. But people cannot accept that. People cannot accept that. And for a long time, people could not accept that from me. And not only could people not accept that from me and my in certain spaces that I was supposed to consider to be family, but people did not accept that from me in so-called educated spaces. People who were supposed to be educated on the experience of Black people in America still looked at me like if I was hiding something, like if I had something wrong with me, like if I had something that I needed to fix about me. And I always wondered why, and I never understood why. But now I realize it's because I never viewed the quote-unquote hood in the way that other people viewed it. I never viewed the Black community in the way that other people view it. People really think that our community needs saving. People really think our community needs help. And that's why everybody comes here thinking that they have to do something to save us. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting because every time I think that I hear a voice for Black people in America, it's another voice trying to tell Black people in America how to behave. And that's so sad. That's so sad. That is so sad. That is so sad because you all have been conditioned to think that Black people who have been born, raised, and grew up in America have something wrong with them. And that was always my mission in life. My mission in life was to always prove to you that I knew what I was doing. My mission in life was to prove to you that my mother told me was best. You see, because not only did I know that she told me that, but when I turned on my TV, the TV told me that too. And maybe I heard it because I was raised by a single black teenage mother. Because I was raised by somebody who y'all looked at like a runaway from society. When y'all push her away from society with all of your lies and deceit, with your inability to save her from the pain she was going through, with your inability to see that she just needed help. Because you all have been conditioned to view the single black teenage mother in America as if she is somehow needs saving. As if she somehow does not know what is best for her. And so instead of y'all actually helping her, you all ignore her voice and you all blame her for her situation. Anyone I've ever met. I'm telling you, anyone I've ever met. Outside of my own family. Outside of my own home. Outside of my last name. That is because y'all all are confused about what love is. Nobody truly knows what love is. Nobody knows what unconditional love is. But I can explain. I can explain it by telling my story. I can explain it by just telling y'all how my mother raised me. Because it's clear that y'all are confused as to what these things are. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what love is. Y'all don't know what boundaries are. Y'all don't know what true love of self is. Y'all don't know what freedom feels like. Y'all don't know the difference between pain and pleasure. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know the difference between God and the whatever demons you feel like are against you. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. But I hope that y'all can hear me. I hope that y'all can hear the story. I hope that y'all can hear my mother speak. And I hope that it helps y'all heal. Because that's all I've been focused on. I have always wanted to know, how do we heal the black community from the pain? And I realized the problem that nobody knows, the reason that nobody knows is because everybody looking into the problem did not come from here. Everybody looking into the problem did not come from here. Y'all looking into a problem because y'all think it's there and it doesn't exist. Y'all were looking into a problem when y'all should have been looking for a solution, because we have the answer. And that's what we've been telling you. We've been telling you and we've been telling you. That's why we keep marching. That's why we keep marching. That's why we keep speaking. That's why we keep speaking. That's why we keep teaching. That's why we keep teaching. And that's why we keep loving. That's why we keep loving. We don't only love ourselves, but we love everyone. We love people. We love humanity. We love. Because you see, I didn't know. And I wasn't taught to turn my TV on and look at a person of another color a certain way just because. That's not how I was raised. I wasn't raised to feel like I couldn't listen to a certain song just because. I wasn't raised to feel like I couldn't read a certain book just because. I wasn't raised to feel like I could. I was raised to feel like I could do anything I put my mind to. And all y'all saw me was doing was putting my mind to everything that I was doing. Because I may not have knew where I was going, but I knew what I was doing. And I knew that that's all that mattered. I knew that's all that mattered. I knew that's all that mattered. And I made it my mission in life to prove to you all that that is all that matters. And now I can finally speak about it. Now I can finally speak about it. But y'all gotta wait for my mother. Y'all gotta wait for my mother. Because she's, like I said, mother knows best. And the spirit is gonna release her to speak when it's time. But I feel like I need to speak now, so I wanted to say this. I wanted to say get ready for healing black people. I wanted to say get ready for healing black people because I truly believe we can. And I truly believe in each and every one of you. Each and every one of each and every one of you. I believe in my people. I believe in my people, and I always have. And I made it my mission in life to prove it to you all that I believe in you. And so I made it my mission in life to prove to everybody who looked at me like if I was some type of issue, I made it my mission in life to prove them wrong. And to figure out what they were seeing. And to figure out how to give them the words to tell them that they were wrong. That they all have been wrong about me. Because they all were wrong about my mother. And I don't know how it missed me that the reason people were viewing me the way that they were viewing me was because of my mother. Even though y'all all saw her. Y'all all saw her spirit. Y'all all saw her truth. And y'all all saw her pain. And y'all did nothing but laugh in her face. I can't believe I sat with y'all and watched Kevin Hart and laughed with y'all at his pain. I don't believe that anybody truly deserves. I don't believe anybody truly deserves black inspiration right now in this moment. Because y'all don't understand it. Because y'all have allowed yourselves to separate the pleasure from the pain. Y'all have allowed yourselves to separate our laughter from our struggles. Y'all have allowed yourself to separate our joy from our sorrow. Because y'all just can't comprehend that our joy comes directly from it. Y'all couldn't comprehend it. Y'all couldn't comprehend it. But I can explain it. I can explain it by telling y'all my story. So get ready. See, I've always held on to my childlike spirit. I've always. And you wondered what did you see in me? And it was that. I've always held on to my belief, not only in myself, but in the people. Not only in the people around me, but in this world, in this earth, on this planet, I believe. And it seems everyone around me believed in some father in the sky that did not raise them. Some father in the sky that they were looking for, but they could not find. When their mother was right there telling them. But it's hard to hear it. Because the love that our mother gives us is directly connected to the pain. And so we don't know an experience of love without pain. Because we know you can't experience love without pain. It doesn't exist. Because love comes with struggle, and love comes with trials, and love comes with tribulations, and love comes with dedication. Love comes with dedication, a dedication of knowing who you are. And when you don't know who you are, you will allow everyone around you to manipulate that. you will allow everyone around you to manipulate that. And I wondered why people couldn't take me as my word, and it's because they thought that they could manipulate it. They thought they could manipulate it. They thought they could manipulate it, and every time I read the words that they recommended me to read, I showed them that they couldn't. And they recommended something else. And they recommended something else. But I listened. I listened and I read. Because everybody all my life has tried to tell me to shut up and listen. Everyone in my life has tried to tell me to shut up and listen. Everyone. And I've always... And you wonder why I look at you the way I do. Because who do you think you are to think you can tell me to shut up and listen? Who do you think you are? When I showed you nothing but my truth. When I showed you nothing but my love. When I showed you nothing but my care for you. And you judged me. You judged me to my face because you felt like I was weak. Because you thought that what you saw in me was weakness. I don't know how y'all thought. I don't know how y'all thought, but I'm about to show y'all. I'm about to show y'all. I'm about to show y'all how all the love my mother gave me is about to bless us all. Even you, all of you who have doubted, all of you who have looked at me and judged me, all of you who have questioned and laughed about what I was doing, why I was doing, what my motives were, what I was looking for, what I was searching, and what I was seeking. And none of y'all believed that all I was seeking was me. My ability to tell you that I know who I am. My ability to tell you that I know what love is. My ability to tell you that I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. I am disgusted. I am disgusted. I am disgusted. I am disgusted at all of the behavior. I am disgusted at all of the behavior, and all of the behavior needs to go. All of the behavior needs to go. All of the behavior needs to go, and you all know it. You all know it. That's why y'all all sit and watch and wait, because you all know it. You know people are lying to you in your face about who you are. You just allowing that. Why are you allowing it? You know people are judging you and ridiculing you and telling you that you did something that you did not do. Or you did not do something that you did. And you want to tell yourself, you could believe what you want. You want to tell yourself that it doesn't matter. Yet you walk away and think about it each and every day. I know you do. I know you do. I know you do. Because I see y'all pain. I see y'all pain. I see all y'all pain. I see y'all pain. And I see y'all pain because nobody else is listening. I see y'all pain because everybody else is trying to tell y'all how to live your lives. And nobody else is trying to give y'all love. But I made it my mission to. I made it my mission too. And I wondered why I made it my mission too. It's because my mother made it her mission to give it to me. And because she had wanted to show y'all, I need to tell y'all. Because she don't got time to show you, to tell y'all. She don't got time to tell y'all. She ain't got time to answer to none of y'all, none of y'all, none of y'all, none of y'all. None of y'all. And I hope you know now. I hope you know now. I hope you know now. I hope you know now that we are good and that we are okay and that we will be okay. I hope you all know. I hope you all know. You all know. You all know what you did. You all know because you looked at me in my face and you told me you didn't believe my truth. but it's alright because I'm gonna show y'all.